You may have to describe changes on maps in IELTS Writing Task 1. In this type of exercise, you may be given two maps or floor plans of the same area in two different years. The first map may show an area as it was in the past, and the second one may show the same place today, and you have to describe the changes or the developments that took place over the period. You should be careful to read the instructions carefully and to look carefully at the years given, as sometimes you have to describe developments that are planned for the future, in which case you will use future tenses. It's very common when describing maps to use the passive voice to report the developments. For example, you could say the houses were pulled down or a factory was built. If, of course, you're talking about planned developments, you will use the future passive. For example, a factory will be built or a new wing will be added to the building. Be sure to describe all the changes in the map and use all the information given on the map. There could be a key, for example, to explain what is shown on the map, or a scale to show the size of the area, or even a compass to show direction. So before we go on to describe maps, let's look at this compass. As we said, you may have to describe changes that took place in a town or area over a period of time. You need to be able to describe where the changes took place using the points of the compass. In this case, there will be a compass on the map so you know where north is. So you can fill in the rest of the points on the compass. For example, south, west, east. You may even have to describe changes that took place in the corners of the map or the area you're describing. So you would use words like in the northeast or in the northwest corner or in the southwest corner or the southeast part of the town, for example. So be prepared to use the points of the compass. Now look at these maps. They show an area called Waiheke in 1980 and in 2005. So we have to report the changes that took place from 1980 to 2005. Well, what do you think are the main changes? Well, if you look at Waiheke in 1980, it was a lot greener, wasn't it? And more residential. You can see there are a lot more trees, a lot more individual houses. But how did it change in 2005? Well, we notice a lot more factories, skyscrapers, so we can say it became more industrial and urban. So you would use that for your elephant sentence. So you can see that even though we're describing maps, we still need an introduction and an elephant sentence. Let's look at a summary of the changes together. Note how it begins with an introduction, there's an elephant sentence, and it uses passive voice in the main body to describe all the changes that took place. There's also a compass here, so we know we need to use that to describe where the changes took place as well. In this exercise, you have to add these words in bold in the spaces. But I've already done that for you, so let's read the finished version together. The maps show the developments that took place in the coastal town of Waiheke between 1980 and 2000. The first thing to note is that in 1980, the town was a much greener rural area with a large number of trees and individual houses, but during the next 25 years, the town experienced a number of dramatic changes. Now for the main body. The most noticeable is that all the trees south of the river Maru were cut down, with all the houses along the railway line being knocked down and replaced by skyscrapers. Moreover, a new industrial estate with factories and warehouses sprang up around the airport and the school. So you can see here it is describing this area here. Only a few trees north of the river remained. So it's describing this area. the woodland was cleared to make way for a park, a golf course, and car parking facilities. Further developments were the construction of a stadium near the northeast corner of the lake and a new stretch of railway from the river running directly north. A marina was also built at the mouth of the river, so it even describes this marina here that was built. Overall, a comparison of the two maps reveals a change from a largely rural to a mainly urban landscape. So that's how you describe maps. Be sure to study the structure and to do more practice with the exercises in the ebook.